Hot. Second part of this. So, is it hidden? So within the anti-terrorism, counter-terrorism securities for train stations, it would be referring to an object such as a bag. Is it hidden? Has it clearly, specifically been put behind or under something? Has it clearly been placed somewhere where it's not clearly in view? Obviously, if it's some type of explosive device, they're going to hide it. They're not going to leave it in plain view usually. But if something's been hidden, that's a clear indication that it shouldn't be there. Is it obviously suspicious? So does it have wires sticking out of it? Are there flashing lights? Has it been, if it's a bag, has it been taped together like it's been brush repaired? Does it smell of almonds or marzipan? Is there just something about it that says this is not as it should be? You wouldn't expect to see wires or flashing lights on a Tupperware box, for example. Excuse me. Someone's lunch shouldn't be flashing and beeping. Is it typical of where it is? So if there were a group of businessmen, all in three-piece suits and designer labels and all this, I wouldn't expect a backpack that looks like it's been through the wars to be with them. If it's a group of backpackers who they've got all their worldly possessions in their bag and they're going across the country for a month, you'd expect them to have a rucksack that looked like it had been through some stuff. And if they were all gathered together waiting for something, you'd expect one or two of them to put one of their bags on the floor because it's heavy on the bag. So that would be okay. If it was to businessmen, it would look out of place. So that's the type of thing we need to take into account with travelling. I'll do a more in-depth video on this with the travel safety syllabus, but also we need to look at that with our own personal safety. If somebody is walking towards us and they've got one side away from us, and the hand is down by the side of the leg, it's hidden, that's a good indication to me that they're coming towards us with a weapon, whether it be a type of stabbing weapon or a clubbing weapon. Is it, obviously suspicious? Are they fidgeting? Are they looking around to see who else is around before they approach us? That would be something that would key us off. Is it typical? If somebody isn't local, is really what it is. If somebody, are you used to seeing a group of bikers coming to your place? Are you used to seeing people dressed in this particular style and fashion where you are? A good case of this is, the other day I was working security on a train station. There was a guy that was clearly on drugs, walking back and forth, and he was just in grey tracky bottoms and a grey t-shirt. Turned out, he didn't look at anything like anybody else. He wasn't dressed like anybody else on a train platform for that time of year and that time of the morning. Turned out they were prison trackies, and he somehow managed to get out. He ended up causing quite a bit of disruption on the tracks because he decided to walk along the tracks to try and get home. But anyway, it was the fact that he didn't look like he belonged, as horrible as that is to say about people. He was fidgeting in a really peculiar manner, and he wasn't typical of the type of people I would expect to see travelling by train. As, again, horrible as that might sound, it sounds a little bit like profiling. But it's just keys. So it's, is it hidden? Is it obviously suspicious? Is it typical of what we'd expect of the area, of the people, of that time of year? If you have, say, a nightclub door, and it's quite a upscale, upmarket nightclub, where they're going to have a certain dress code, it's going to be certain people from a specific socioeconomic background. You can see in the lineup if someone's coming in with like really scruffy trainers and they've got torn jeans, and they've got an ill-fitting t-shirt with stains all down it. Probably he's out of place within that clientele of, say, an upscale wine bar. So just little things like that we can spot. A lot of it is body language. Are they fidgeting? Do they look relaxed? Do they look comfortable with what they're doing? Little things like that we can be aware of, we can look out for. There'll be more in-depth videos on this coming at a later date when I delve properly into the research on all this. But for now, that's what it is. It's hidden, obviously suspicious, typical of the area. Train hard, train smart, stay safe.